On air.
I'll start off. So what we're going to do is wait a couple of minutes so everyone has basically joined the live link. I know a couple of people are still waiting for that to be sent out to them. So once we've got a few more people, we will then proceed with the live webinar. If anyone has got any questions before we start, please feel free to put them in the live chat, and then we can sort of answer them as we go on throughout today's sort of live webinar. So bear with us for another couple of minutes, and then we will be going live very, very shortly. Not smooth.
Very smooth.
This is slight delay.
That's good. I'll start first. My name is Abdul Karim Liaquat, and I'm the secondary sales manager here at EVA Real Estate.
And I'm Scott Edwards, Head of Talent and Acquisition. What we're going to basically do is start initially with how and who created EVA Real Estate. And I think that's a really, really important part for us to start with. So basically, EVA Real Estate was created by a lady called Mrs. Elvira. Mrs. Elvira has roughly around 13, 14 years to buy real estate experience. And that's really, really important for ourselves as a business. She's worked for a number of major developers in the Dubai real estate market with Emaar, Damac, and Dubai Properties. She has invested over $10 million in real estate herself. And that's really, really important for our real estate brokers. Because she can resonate with what they're going through on a day-to-day basis. She started as a property consultant herself, and now she's a very, very successful investor and owner of a real estate business. What's quite important is she's managed to then progress EVA Real Estate into what it is today. So EVA Real Estate was created in 2011, so roughly 4 or 5 years now in the market. And we have a very, very successful secondary and off-plan team here. We have over 100 brokers who speak over 45 different languages, which is really important for not only collaboration, but also with people now investing here heavily internationally in Dubai. But also there are a lot of different sectors here within Dubai that are specific for certain nationalities. So it's important that we have a number of people who can speak to them, specific leads, clients who are looking, like I say, to invest here, or end users who have already bought here in Dubai and are living in their property as an end user. So that's really, really important.
And again, Scott, speaking about Elvira, I would like to add one more point.
Okay.
She worked with one of the top developers in Dubai, with the likes of Emaar, Damac, Dubai Properties. Like, she's leading the EVA empire by her, she's leading by herself. And what I can say is someone is leading by example.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of real estate businesses who have owners who have physically been and done the job themselves.
I would say started from scratch.
Yeah.
Someone from 0 to 100. And it took maybe 15 years, I would say.
Yeah.
For her to reach this level.
But yeah, yes, there's a lot of owners here who have got an understanding of the Dubai real estate market, but who have physically walked in an agent's shoes is very, very slim. And that's really important for us as a business, because we can utilize Elvira's knowledge and understanding of the market. And because she started sort of 13, 14 years ago, she's seen so many different transitions and so many different changes within the market, and gone through a lot of sort of troubling times. So when we look back at the sort of COVID period as well, that was a very, very difficult time within the market. So she can sort of resonate with a lot of our consultants. Going back into obviously EVA itself, because a lot of you want to know a lot more about EVA Real Estate, what we provide as a business, etc. When we touch back on the nationalities, etc., that's a very, very important part of our recruitment process. We want to have a lot of diversity, a lot of different cultures, nationalities, etc. So that is a major part of my job to ensure that we're bringing in the right quality, but people who have got, you know, multilingual, you know, nationality, not nationality, sorry, multilingual sort of languages. You know, within the business, we've done over 30,000 deals, which is massive for a business that has only got sort of 5-6 years. And we've made 29,000 clients happy. And that's really, really important because a lot of them are going to be repeat and, you know, sort of referrals, etc., which is where you will sort of help with your team with secondary. You know, repeat and referrals are very, very important here within the industry.
And what blows my mind is we have over 100+ brokers within the business.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's something what we have achieved during the years with EVA. So the number speaks for itself.
Yeah, 100%. And yes, we've got roughly 100 active brokers now, but actually we are planning to expand that in the next sort of 6 to 12 months, to the point where we will have roughly 200 active brokers here within the business. So if people are interested in sort of finding out a lot more information after this webinar, you know, like I say, feel free to sort of reach out to me separately, but also put your questions here in the webinar. Because we can then answer them as we go on throughout.
Guys, if you have any questions right now, we're here to answer that. Please feel free to ask any questions in the comments below.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Right, moving on to EVA Real Estate's accolades, and that's really quite an important part of today's webinar itself. A lot of real estate businesses try and speak with numbers, etc., but you know, when you speak with achievements, that's a lot more sort of beneficial, you know, as a business in that perspective. So within the sort of 5 to 6 years that EVA Real Estate has been going, we've had 147 different accolades and accomplishments. Now, that's really important for us because then it looks and it shows that we're doing well within the market from, you know, major developers here within the industry. So we have had 7 broker awards simply just off Emaar, and Emaar speaks for itself. Look, they build massive master development communities here within Dubai, you know, Burj Khalifa. There's so many important major sort of landmarks that Emaar have done, but to be recognized 7 times by them is massive for us.
It speaks volume for our agency.
100%, 100%. And then we have 5 broker awards from DAMAC. Now, I'm not sure if anyone's been aware. You probably have, if you were watching this live webinar. You know, DAMAC have a very, very good reputation within the industry. You know, they're trying to push the level of what is possible here within sort of real estate. We then have a very, very good partnership with Shoba. So we have 6 major awards from them. And this is probably, you know, quite an important part for it with ourselves. We have 3 broker awards as well, and then 2 top performance agencies. So within that 5 to 6 years being within this business, we have 2 top performance agency awards, which speaks volumes.
And 6 times for Shoba?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Right. Okay, so we're going to move on to speak about the secondary market, which is why a lot of you are actually paying attention here today. And the best person for that is Mr. Abdul Karim, who will be able to describe what's going on here within the secondary market, go through the details, etc., in a bit more detail.
See, what happened back in COVID, when the market starts to come back, there was a huge price increase in the secondary market. So year on year change, there was almost 46% of the market increase, as well as the rental demand and the rental prices also increase. Why the secondary market is going to be for a very, very long time is because of the move-in ready demand. So Dubai is one of those countries where people from all over the world are moving to Dubai and they need something that's there. They want something. So it's like meeting, you know, the supply with the demand. And the secondary market really helps because most of the people that are moving to Dubai are end users. And for end users, it's something that they need. And they would want to live in downtown or in a prime location like Dubai Marina, Creek Harbor, like some of the top destinations in Dubai, closer to the airport, closer to the mall. And this demand, we have seen it increasing year by year. So every year there has been 46%. And for investors as well, See, the thing about buying something in secondary market, Dubai is giving 6 to 7% ROI. I don't think any country can match this level of return on investment as Dubai, and you have very lower risk. You just pay 4% DLD and you acquire a piece of land, a piece of property that generates you income, or you can live in the property. Service charges are very minimal, and yes, you get to keep the full ownership. Plus, buying in the resale market also gives you the same advantage of getting a golden visa.
I have a really good question on here, by the way, which is actually really good. Now, someone's put, because this is secondary market orientated here. So you push your agents to be experts in a certain area, or do you distribute your leads according to their knowledge?
See, the thing is, the leads and as well as, area of specialization. I personally am a firm believer of specialization.
Yeah.
I feel like the agent who has the knowledge or who has been to the building, or he knows the location on the back of his hand, because again, if the agent has knowledge, then only he can cater the client. Because if he doesn't know, there is no point of giving him the lead. He's gonna burn it. So what we teach here at EVA, and what I provide, is the same guidance as specialization. So we help you choose an area where you personally feel like you can work here, and then you become an area expert. So we have all the tools, property monitor, some of the best in the market tools to help you to learn about the market, to learn about the building, to learn about the layouts, to get in detail of all aspects of the property, to make sure the agent has the right information. Because for an agent, when a client comes, the agent should be able to answer everything, all the questions that the guy is answering. So this is what we are teaching here at EVA. We don't want our agents to work all over the place. I mean, you've heard the norm, like every agent I meet, like they're all over the place. And the fastest way to succeed in real estate is to start your career from the resale market, get to know the market, understand what's happening. And then again, for the secondary market, there is limited supply. So yes, you will have capital appreciation, but a very, very less percentage.
Going back
Maybe
onto the area side of things, how do you determine what area someone should cover? So yes, we try and get people to do area specialization, but another question that we've got up is, how do you determine what location that person should cover? What are the sort of key things that you are looking for specifically as a secondary team leader?
See, for me, like, it usually goes back to the agent, like what area the agent is comfortable. For example, if agent is staying somewhere in Dubai, or he's familiar with that area, or for example, I personally work in the address Sky Views. I really love the building. Like whenever I go there, I personally feel it. So, and every agent is unique, and I know that they like something or they like an area personally. So it all goes down to their personal touch, not something related to something. Like they should feel it, they should, before even they're trying to sell it, they have to sell it to themselves, basically. Before they start to sell it or to, start working on that area. They have to have a stronger, knowledge about that area where they're working on. So it all goes about, the tailored support and the specialization from the agent, like what is his interest. So accordingly, on his interest, we then pick an area and then we choose.
Because it's got to match, hasn't it? So, if you're a family orientated person, you're not going to cover a location that isn't family orientated, because you're not going to be able to sell it the best way as someone else. And this then touches on to, where we get sort of leads and sort of portals that we basically use. Someone's asked the question here, what portals do we use? Property Finder, Bayut, Dubizzle, all of them to try and get as much attention as possible. But then that tails into, how do we get our agents to be the best on them portals? So Property Finder and Bayut are probably the biggest ones that we use effectively. But if you're an area specialized agent like you were when you were a property consultant,
I still am.
which you still are, how do you get more leads?
See, I always chase the quality, not quantity. So I would want to make sure I have enough on my plate. I don't, overfill my plate or fill my portal with like 10, 15 listings. I know it's about numbers game, but I feel like I always went for the quality listings. And when I say about quality listing, it means that I always went for the ones that were positioned in the best price possible, the lowest in the building. So I have the best, the database, and we were contacting the owners, and I checked with the sellers, and the one which was lower in price, I always pick that one to be, visible on the portals. And again, on portals, we have additional tools to promote the property even more, so that the property appears on the first page.
Yeah.
So that's something also helps the property to get more leads and more. But again, it all comes down to the quality of the listing.
But also as well, then when you look at it as, this is why we push, and we go back to that question there about area specialization. This is why we get agents to be more area focused, because when people are then inquiring about property, they're going to go to someone who is an expert in that location. They're going to inquire about a property that sees all downtown, all of the address, not scattered all over the place, because then how do you know that you're looking after the right person and their inquiry is the right inquiry, basically? Moving slightly on from that sort of question there and going back onto the secondary market sort of information.
See, as I mentioned, in the secondary market, there is very limited supply. So let's suppose if someone is looking to buy something in downtown Marina, it's already built.
Yeah.
There is nothing left in downtown to be put there. Maybe some buildings, but whatever that's there, closer to the mall, it will always be, higher in value, and it will keep on increasing because the demand there is absolutely absurd. The rental demand, the sales transactions, like downtown is one of the hottest place, because everyone wants to live in downtown. So that's the reason why, because of the limited supply. And again, there is no delay in construction. So everything that is secondary, it will be there for the next, how ownership. Yeah.
100%.
So let's go into case studies of Scott.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've sort of been speaking for, a good sort of 10 minutes, and probably a lot of you are trying to understand who we are, where we've come from, how we've ended up here at EVA Real Estate. So start with myself, is it?
We'll start with you.
Start with myself, is it? So basically, I started my professional career at the age of 17. Ended up joining the British Armed Forces and basically did 5 years there. Fast forward that particular 5 years, I ended up falling into recruitment. Don't ask me why, don't ask me how, it basically just happened. And within that, I started at the lowest role possible in recruitment. Basically, I was a resourcer. If someone wanted a job filling, they would ask me to try and source the people, find the CV, send it to the people who were going to actually close them people for an interview. Within my sort of 6 years of recruitment experience within the UK, I ended up becoming lead consultant and operations manager for, I think they're the third largest recruitment agency globally.
Oh, wow.
So someone, if they look at my LinkedIn, will either be able to tell me if I'm right or wrong on that one. But I think they're the third largest. So yeah, I ended up then getting to a point where there was no progression any further. There was a bit of a stalemate. I either had to look at a different career path or look at something completely different. And that's how Dubai ended up coming around. Never visited Dubai in my life, didn't know anything about Dubai. Looked at it in the month of May. I was here by August, fell in as a property consultant, as a lot of British people basically do. Started as a property consultant, progressed up relatively quickly to a sales manager, and then I was headhunted by EVA Real Estate, and that was quite eye-opening really, because it was the biggest real estate business that I would have effectively been working for. Started doing the recruitment side of it, managed to train, onboard, induct over 30 brand new freshers within the business. So if anyone actually doesn't have any real estate experience, we are very, very open to bringing people in who have them sort of transferable skills, things we're looking for. And now we're sat here, head of talent and acquisition. So
it's funny, like when you look back, I'll go back to the point you mentioned to being a resourcer, and now, so it's kind of like you're still not happy. You still want to progress harder. That's the beauty of real estate.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. So let's talk about you.
Me. So,
And we know you like talking about yourself, so you'll enjoy this part.
well, let's start with myself. I was born and raised in Dubai. Well, like Scott, I started my career at 17 as well. I started into retail. I was working for an IT company, and I was in sales related to selling physical, stuff like gaming components and stuff. And from there, I spent 1 year in sales, and then later on, I saw a very, like ads and stuff about real estate, and one of my family member also was in real estate, and I decided to take the risk.
Do you think that was natural then? Because you were born and raised here in Dubai and you're seeing all of this construction go on, do you think it was a natural thing for you just to fall into real estate?
Well, funny story, like when I was very young, my dad used to drive me to downtown or around downtown. I used to see Burj Khalifa under construction, and I would just be sleeping, yet alone know that I'm gonna be selling
Do you cover
properties.
do you cover downtown by any chance?
Yes, I do work in downtown, so it was like from a very early age, real estate was programmed into my mind. So, and then I moved to real estate, and I started working as a fresher, as everyone does, from scratch, from zero. And I started to learn as much as I could. I've been trained from DAMAC, to be very honest. They have the best training academy, and I spent almost, let's say, 3 or 6 months just learning until I closed my first deal, which I still remember. The client just showed up to my office, and I was just at the right place at the right time, and it just happened. And after that, I never looked back, and I just kept progressing. So every year I saw that, I was leveling up. Every year something new, something new. And then I've been awarded, like once I hit in 2021, I was awarded as a top broker. It clicked the switch in me. And after that, I just kept being the top broker. So I was top broker for multiple agencies and for developer. And then while I was working for a very top reputed agency, I was headhunted by EVA, just like
It's a
Scott.
similar pattern.
It's a
here, isn't
similar
it?
pattern, yeah. Like the whole reason why I transitioned to management is because it was like, for me, like I've been doing it for year after year after year, that something inside me said that, I should try to help people or try to, become a leader. Like it just kicked in me one day, and I was like, you know what, I have to try this.
Yeah.
And I tried, and I became the top team leader. And then I moved to EVA because I had a very good relationship with, EVA before, so I know them in the past, and I've seen them grown over the years. So for me, it was like no brainer. And after I joined EVA, I had the best support from Scott. I started here as just one, and Scott helped me build a team of 20 of the best top tier elite agents for my team, which helped me to deliver some of the outstanding results. Scott will not go in the numbers, but yes, I can say that we have grown pretty quickly in the last 5 months, I would say. And yeah,
Around that, yeah.
it was a very short amount of time, and Scott managed to headhunt and get all these people to my team, and which we are still growing.
Absolutely correct. So,
Now, Scott,
well, this is important because this question tails in a little bit into what you're going to discuss next.
okay,
So, another question, and I think it's the same person again, is how do you help your agents stand above other agents in their areas? But also, how do you help your agents when it comes to them potentially closing either their first deal or a deal that might be a little bit more complicated to handle?
for example, should I go over my broker case study because it will
I think so,
answer the
because
question.
it might answer the question in a little bit more detail.
So we hired freshers to EVA, and I had almost 5 freshers in my team.
Yeah.
And out of them, one of them, she managed to get a very high number of listings because she was very good on the phone, and she could communicate and explain to the sellers about the market, and she ended up acquiring a lot of listings. Now those listings attracted a lot of buyers. So she got a buyer, and she was kind of nervous because even me, when it was my first deal, you feel the nerves, Scott, do you?
Oh, you don't know what you're doing.
You don't know what you're doing.
don't
I
have a
mean,
clue.
even though you've been trained, you've been perfected, sometimes, you know, the nerves get to you. So the same thing happened to my broker. She's very good, but again, I said that let's do one thing. Let's get the client. The client was interested. They saw the viewing. They like the property, and she's like, okay, he wants to, you know, proceed with the unit. Like, what's next? And she knows what's next. But again, so we met in the office where I had the privilege of meeting my broker's client, and we went to a normal negotiation where we explained to the client that, you know, this is the best price he's getting. Again, we had the lowest price in the market, and the unit was on the first page, and we had like 2 more viewings also. So we explained the urgency to the client. He ended up giving the check. And again, Scott, this is not easy. We managed to secure 2% commission from the seller and 2% from the buyer. So a first deal was a win-win for my agent. She ended up making a good amount of money in her first deal, like, which I never made it as well.
How did you, because a lot of agents, and we might have a lot of agents who are actively working in the Dubai real estate market now, how did you train or install into this particular agent that you're talking about to get 2% from both sides? Because we know that that is relatively difficult.
Yes. Well, the thing is, from the beginning of the training, I have told my brokers that when you're getting a listing or you're signing a Form A with the seller, you should ask initially from the get-go. It's not after you get the deal done.
Yeah.
Because she had the listing, and from the beginning, she told her seller that in case if I'm selling the property, I will be charging you 2%. So if something that is said from the get-go, yes, some sellers are like, no, I'm not gonna give, but again, it's the broker's responsibility, and I train my brokers because again, what we provide to our sellers is, you know, the marketing. Now we take very high quality photos. We make sure, you know, everything is right of the property. We spend additional time on their property. And of course, in Dubai, you know, nothing's for free. And the sellers, they do understand if the broker is trying to explain to them.
Yeah, absolutely correct.
So it was a challenging deal, but it was a full commission win. Is there any other question related to this?
Not related specifically to that. There are some other questions, but I think we'll cover them sort of slightly into the presentation, because they'll sort of fit in at certain points. So we can answer some of these a little bit later on.
So funny story, Scott. There was like
I'm sure you're going to tell me one.
fastest deal. Like, this is like the second case I'm gonna discuss with you today. So we had a broker. She received the lead maybe like evening past 6, 7. Usually I'm in the gym at that time, and she managed to contact the client. She did the viewing instantly, and then I managed to get on the call with the client and explain that, you know, let's meet tomorrow in my office where we can go in details. So again, this is the support that I'm providing to the freshers. And we managed to meet the client the next morning. He came to our office. We explained him the whole sale process. Now, it was a mortgage buyer and my agent.
This is where this question comes
Yes.
in. Do
So
we
it
have
was-
a mortgage advisor here in
Yes, we do have.
Yeah.
And we will soon be, you know, live about it. But yes, we're working on that part. So, and because I've closed deals myself about mortgage, so my agent was a bit hesitant. So that's why, you know, the client came to our office where I handled all the questions, all the answers were with me, and I explained to the client that how the sales process is going to be and how long the bank is going to do the pre-approval and everyone. So normally it's like around 30 to 60 days. So if he has a pre-approval, it's much faster. If he doesn't have a pre-approval, it takes up to 60 days. And the client understands all the terms and condition, and immediately he signed the contract on the same day, and it was a win-win deal within the same day. So I think this was the fastest deal. Like, we signed one day before, and then the next day we managed to sell.
Everything's
And
done.
again, this was a first-time deal for my broker. And also, it looks like a studio, but she managed to get 2% seller and 2% buyer. Now, this is the norm we're setting at EVA Real Estate, where we are pushing our brokers to make as much as commission from their first deal. Because we provide the training, we provide the resources, we provide the challenges or anything they face, so that, you know, when they win a good
big.
amount. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
they win big. Basically, we teach you to win big.
Yeah, because the amount of effort that it puts
Exactly.
into closing deals is a lot of effort. You know, so what you want to do is get the most out of each deal that you're working with, which is what we instill in them. You know, to think bigger than what they think already.
So
Number 3. Are we going
the
through
third-
every single deal that you've closed here
No,
in
no.
Dubai, or is
No,
it just
this
going
is
to be a breakdown of them?
this is an EVA. This is
Oh, right, okay.
what happened in EVA. So this
Right.
is like I have a track record of this. So
Because this might be a long webinar if we go through every single one of your case studies of your deals, wouldn't it?
I mean, I'm trying to cut it short, but come on, we have to, explain because we have some interesting brokers that
We
are
do,
joining with
we
us
do,
today.
we do.
So I want to, because there's always everyone has their own way of working. So we're just basically sharing ours. So this is the third case, and this is the last one.
Oh, it's the last one, is it?
So I had an agent. He's a very expert agent, and he had a client for a downtown end user. And this client, she was looking for something like a 3-bedroom, something that's facing the Burj, and it has a very good view. But basically, he showed her the whole downtown,
Oh,
and she was like, very hesitant. But she wants to buy, but she's very hesitant to, because whenever she enters, I ask my broker, okay, how when you go in the viewing, what happens? She's like, she sees and she doesn't feels like it.
yeah.
So I'm like, where does she go usually? He's like, she goes more in the balcony. So I'm like, she's looking for a view. Have you tried an alternative option, like maybe something in Emaar beachfront or something in Marina or something? He's like, no, but now downtown market is at around 9 to 10 million mark. Beachfront is still better pricing. It's still competitive pricing, like around 7 to 8 million. My agent took her the next day to show something in Emaar beachfront, and well, when he gave me a call, the client fell in love with the view because that apartment in beachfront had triple views. So she was looking for something that has view of Burj Khalifa, Ain View, and Burj Al Arab, all from your balcony. So I mean, on a New Year's Eve,
Oh, you're
she's
seeing
gonna see everything for free.
You don't have
So,
to pay them
and
Burj Al Arab
Scott,
fees.
it was a deal. You know how much was the price?
What?
7.5.
Right, okay.
Now downtown is at 10, so it was a steal for her. I
So
mean,
does this help with qualification? Is massively important here.
yes, because see, the thing is, the end user, they need to feel the place, they need to feel the view because they're buying it to live in it. They
Yeah.
see a future. Like if you go on a viewing with an investor, they go in with a mind of numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's again, we go back to your trainings where you tell the client like how you can identify someone who is an investor and who is an end user, because an investor is just looking for numbers. An end user wants to feel like home. So they enter the apartment, usually they're quiet and they have hands behind their back, and then they envision themselves living in this place. Like, how will my life look like here? So it's always better to be quiet in a viewing.
Oh,
So because
100%.
you have to let them process it into their mind so that,
Well, they're
they
trying to
feel-
imagine where everything is.
Exactly.
All the furniture, where they're going to put certain things, you know, can they see themselves on that particular balcony,
So-
etc.
Any questions, guys? Is there any interesting questions for me?
We've had some interesting questions throughout. One question that we do have is in relation to marketing.
Okay.
How do we push our agents to market themselves in such a competitive market here in Dubai? Now, I think that's quite an important part because before I joined EVA Real Estate, my LinkedIn probably had 400 connections.
No way.
At best.
No way.
Oh yeah. I didn't do any posts. I didn't do any videos. I didn't do anything. Now, fast forward 6 months, quite a few connections now later. But EVA Real Estate push you
Grow the agent's personal brand.
100%, but it also helps with EVA Real Estate as well. So EVA wants to push themselves to be bigger, better. That's where our marketing team is really, really good. So not only with the quality of the listing, because that's really important, but also your personal branding and also what EVA are wanting to do themselves in the market. So that question sort of tails into that. Question about secondary databases.
Well, we do have the best database in the market, whichever that is available, we have it. And I could say that all our competitors have the same. So we are quite ahead of the game. I won't go into much details.
Yeah.
But yes, we are having within our CRM, within our department,
Yeah.
we have access to the latest database.
Yeah. Well, that's
So-
important, isn't it? When you're doing an area of specialization, if you are a new freshet in the industry, and you pick a location,
We'll
with that
go
person,
over this database questions also. But
why EVA?
why EVA? Like why work
why
at
did we
EVA?
come here?
Yeah, why are we both here?
Why are we here?
Yeah. So
Okay, so look, no one joins real estate for low pay, low commission. We all want to do better, provide better, earn more money, give a better lifestyle for ourselves, our friends, our family, etc. Commission with ourselves is up to 70%. However, I do have a live exclusive
However.
here.
Okay.
Live exclusive here.
that's interesting. I'm excited to know.
Yeah. For any joiner
Okay.
who comes to EVA Real Estate through this webinar,
Okay.
80% on their first deal.
No way.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's something.
None of this 50-50 stuff.
Okay.
80%.
First deal, 80%.
First deal through the webinar. Through the webinar.
Okay.
So you lovely people that are sat here watching, if you do join and you close your deal with ourselves here, 80%.
Well, that's something interesting.
Anyway, moving on. And this then tails into your payments. Now,
Yeah.
you've worked for a few
Yeah.
big agencies. I've worked for a number of agencies here within the real estate market. But one thing that a lot of people are wondering is, will they get their commission in a timely manner?
Yes. Well, I want to add something in this. Yes, not all the brokers pay the brokerages. They pay the commission on time. There is always like some delay or some days. But at EVA, I can proudly say that we immediately pay the commissions on time. This is something very, very important
Unique.
for a broker that is looking to join a brokerages to know about the reputation of the company that is paying them on time.
Yeah.
So because you're basically on commission basis, there is no point of delaying your money.
No.
So that's the reason. That's one of the best thing about EVA. They pay on time.
It's an advantage because it's very unique in the market. Not a lot of agencies pay within a timely manner, and that unfortunately tends to have a little bit of a bad reputation sometimes within the market. But no, rest assured with ourselves, it's very much on a timely manner. Our finance department wouldn't allow us not to pay it in a timely manner, would they? Let's be honest. Multilingual support. Look, we touched on it previously. We've got roughly 45 different language speakers here within the business.
And nationalities.
And nationalities. Look
So-
at that.
We are surrounded by basically
literally
the
the map
environment
of the
at
world.
EVA is like a map of the world. So you hear one corner hearing another language, and then you go another place and you hear another language. So yeah,
It's like spinning the globe and putting your finger on it. There will
Yeah.
be someone who
that's
speaks,
the environment,
or is from
and that's
that
what you
place.
feel when
here
you
in
walk
EVA.
into our office.
Quite literally.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Multilingual support is really important because collaboration is massive in real estate. It's really, really important. In-house call center. Now, when we're looking on the secondary market, area specialization, it's very important to focus on a specific building or two specific buildings at the start of your career. Now, our in-house call center will help you and call through the data that we touched on ever so slightly previously, and they will call through sellers, buyers. They will try and get your, listings, etc. But touching from a secondary
And
sales manager
This
side,
one, the in-house call center, I don't think that in only like few agencies are using this, but we have one of the best in-house call center, and they help nurture the sellers. So our agents don't waste time cold calling or doing, the traditional stuff with our competitions are doing. We try to make sure that our agents learn the best information. And again, the call center does the calls, and then they nurture those sellers and sends to the agent, and then the agent just can call, and it won't be a cold call because the call center informs the seller that an expert, an area expert, will contact you. So this is something like that touches something, to the seller, that an expert will call them, a follow-up call. So it increases the credibility of the agent. So yeah, this is something that EVA is providing.
Yeah, and I think this is my third real estate company. I've never had an in-house call center here.
Okay.
Never had an in-house call center previously. Whether you are joining the industry for the first time or whether you've got a lot of experience, we do provide weekly training sessions. Now, whatever you can think of to help and improve your skill set, we will provide as a business. So
I have a question, Scott.
Go on.
What goes in these weekly trainings?
Okay, so weekly training sessions, so we can do things like close and negotiation, we can do soft skills. We as a business, and I've never had this either, because Elvira has physically invested in property here in Dubai herself, we have taken our agents to one of her properties and done live viewing training.
Wow, that's
Live viewing training. So when our agents go for a proper viewing, it's not new to them. This isn't an unusual situation. So we have provided them live viewing training. We have product knowledge, secondary training sessions that go on a Tuesday every single morning, every single Tuesday morning. So our weekly training is scheduled every single Monday. The agents know what is going on a weekly basis. And if they want to be part of that training, all they have to do is fill out a simple online form and they book their place on that.
I think this is very important. Like if you're working with an agency, that you need to have a training about what you're doing, because it's always better to learn more. Because to be honest, my 7 years in this market, I'm still learning everything, new stuff every day. And we still are learning. So these trainings helps you boost more. What trainings we provide to new agents? So when a new agent starts the business, we look at their existing skills. Maybe they are very good at communication skills, and then we test their product knowledge. We help you get the product knowledge, and we take an exam from you, like how fast you're perceiving the information, that you're keeping it in your head, and we ask you questions and we see your development. Scott is
tell you how I did it.
How you did it. Yeah.
Okay,
Scott.
So if you're joining the business as an experienced broker, you go through basically it's a 24-hour onboarding process.
24 hour?
It's a one-day onboarding process. So they cover a number of different things: documentation, CRM training.
When you said 24 hours,
Oh yeah, no, you were expecting them to be here.
Sleeping here, yeah.
They come, they sleep here, and then they go after 24 hours. But they cover everything within that sort of first day of onboarding for an experienced agent. This is. If you're joining as a fresher, we put you through basically a 3-day induction, and within that 3-day induction, you go through the A to Z of Dubai real estate market. Now, we try and cover a number of different things with legal and compliance, product knowledge, the secondary market, off plan if you obviously join down that side, and then on the Friday, you go through a small little assessment to understand, have you learned everything, or have you got a good understanding of what's been taught in the first 2 days? And then they do a presentation.
Exactly. Now, these skills, like these tests, I think helps really to new agents to build up their skills from the get-go.
Yeah.
The presentation, like how good are their presentation skills? I've attended some of your presentations with agents, so I can say that it shows like how confident is agent, like because we are the clients and the agent is trying to sell to us. So we see your strength, your weakness, and this is where we give you that tailored, training, because it's not one training for everyone, which everyone's doing.
It's not a one fit all, is it?
Yes, so it's basically different for each candidate. So it depends on their communication skills. It depends on the level of where they are, and if they are in sales, it's very easy for them. So the best real estate agents I have met who are freshers, like mostly comes from selling insurance. So they were never into selling properties, but when they started selling real estate, they were really good. So I would say, like, it's not about what your background is, it's about what you can develop into.
We are just taking a small little piece of paper from our lovely admin and IT team over there. Okay, so we have a number of questions that have come through,
Okay.
which we haven't ignored. We've just gone on a little bit of a tangent,
I think
basically.
we were fast, Scott. Or no?
No.
Okay.
No. So, first question is, and I'll answer this really, really quickly. Are you hiring only experienced agents? And the short answer, no. We are effectively looking for experienced agents, but we are also looking for freshers who have those transferable skills that we were just talking about there.
So, yeah.
We can answer this probably next question together.
Yeah. What are the main
What are the
points?
main requirements for the position?
We're looking for someone who is driven, okay, who is self-disciplined, and they should have some characteristics of being like a master communicator, and then we will do an interview, and then we will decide whether they're a good fit or not.
Yeah.
Will new agents be able to work in hybrid mode?
We'll answer that one slightly after, because I think we can answer them at the end.
I think, yeah.
Because there is a lot of questions coming on, and we've still got quite a lot of content to go through.
Yes. So we'll go back to why work at EVA.
Yeah.
So every day there is a new developer, and every agent has a schedule. Every day and shared to their Google Calendar, there is private in-house developer briefings. So we have a projector here. Developer agents comes. Now these developer agents, they have the best product knowledge in the market. And every day our agents are in this room getting training. Every morning at 11:10, there is a new briefing going on in EVA's office. Second, we provide you with unlimited portal listings, meaning agent has no limit to how much money they want to make. The more listings they have, the more money they're going to make. So there is no cap.
So there's no restriction on the number of listings that an agent
they can
do?
put as much as they want.
Wow.
But as long as they can handle all of them. Again, we go back to the food on the plate.
Yeah.
So they can have unlimited portal listings.
And
Plus,
if they have got that, what sort of support are they getting with all of it?
full administration support. So all the contracts, drafts, contracts like laws, like regulation for sellers, NOCs, all the required documents are backed by admin.
Okay.
So all the agent needs to do is just get the deal done, and our back office takes care of everything.
Yeah.
And plus, on top of that, we also provide a daily flow of qualified leads.
Yeah.
Now this goes for both secondary and off plan. In secondary, we have leads of, let's say, sellers, and also we do have sometimes a lot of buyers for secondary market coming in from the call center. So yes, we do provide everyday qualified leads which has already been called. So all the agent needs to do is pick up the phone and do their job.
Okay.
And plus we have an in-house photo and amazing videographer who does an amazing job in terms of creating perfect videos for the properties. A high-end property, a normal property, everything is in-house at EVA.
But that's not just for the properties. This is where we touch on with personal branding, content creation, etc. Our videographer is amazing, and all he has done for the last 6 to 7 months is shove a camera in our face. That's basically what he's been doing.
But he's good at it.
But he's really good at putting that camera in your face, though, isn't he?
Yeah. I would say the best videos I've ever seen are on the EVA's page. Yeah.
But it takes him no time. So he will video you at 11 o'clock in the morning, and by 2 o'clock it's already edited and done.
Well, again, he leveled up too much. So he's the best in the market. So, and we're lucky to have him. And all the agents that join EVA will have the same level of quality of their properties now, which is very important to have, a quality listing, a quality video, which shows, the client that this is a quality brokerage.
Yeah.
So again, when a client also is picking a brokerage, they want to make sure that everything, is in order and the quality and everything is perfect. And this is where we support our agents with everything that we've discussed before. So Scott, I will let you tell
Career path.
what is the career path that EVA is offering to their agents if they join EVA.
Okay, so I had a number of conversations with probably a few of you before sending out the live link for the webinar, saying that some of you have felt a little bit stagnant. You've not managed to move anywhere in your current agency or
It
previously.
happens, you know,
Well,
like
it does.
you feel like you're stuck in one place.
Yeah. You've got aspiration to improve and develop, and the opportunity just isn't there. Complete contrast with that with EVA Real Estate. There is a career path and a progression that you can do, whether you are coming in as a secondary agent or you're coming in as an off-plan agent. There is a designated path for you to follow. So look, you come in as a fresher or an experienced agent, and you can move up into a brand manager.
What is a brand manager?
Which, you
Scott?
know what,
I want to know what is there.
considering you work on the sales floor, I think it's probably best that you answer this
Okay,
one.
so a brand manager is someone that is handling multiple off-plan developers. So he's the main point of contact for any agents who have inquiries for that development. A brand ambassador is like a specialist who takes one development, for example, Abu Dhabi. So we have one broker who is the brand ambassador for Abu Dhabi, and she takes and handles and is responsible for all the lead generation on that particular project.
Did you look over my shoulder and see an Abu Dhabi question, which is why you've just mentioned Abu Dhabi?
I
Because we
haven't
did-
looked,
we
but
did
I have a sixth
question.
sense
Yeah,
that
yeah.
someone is going to talk about Abu Dhabi, because we're talking about Dubai a lot. And I know that the Abu Dhabi market is getting hot. So yes, we are covering Abu Dhabi as well. And
Fantastic.
Ras Al Khaimah as well.
Yes. You also looked
And not
over
to
my
forget
shoulder for that
Sharjah.
one.
We're
you
also covering
you
there as
looked
well.
over my shoulder for that one as well, did you?
I
Oh,
think
there you
so,
go.
maybe.
Okay.
So
Team leaders.
a team leader is someone has a team of, let's say, 5 to 10 agents, and they're handling like 5-10 agents, and also they themselves are closing deals, and as well as now for a team leader, they have to be leading by example, and they have to make sure that they are the best. So that's why for a team leader, the career path is more. We have to see and analyze the agent, how they are in the market and how, you know, they're performing, and based on that we qualify them as a team leader. And then moving onwards, we see the progress, and then we move to a sales director, and also potentially there is also a chance for an agent to become
be
a partner,
managing partner.
to be a partner. I don't think,
Well,
Scott,
This is why we say, because the business is growing and expanding, that these opportunities are actually going to be here. And we have a number of case studies here, specifically where agents have come in and they are now either brand ambassadors, managers, team leaders, etc. We are obviously looking to expand and grow, and that gets more branches, etc., which means sales managers, partners, everyone's happy.
exactly.
Career.
Now, I don't think any other company is offering this career path. Do you think? Do you have any agency in mind that is giving this career path to an agent?
And so quickly.
And so quickly. And also, all they're looking for is someone that is willing to put in the work and time.
Dedicated.
And dedication.
Yeah.
So I think we are proudly the only company that is giving the career
Do you
growth.
know where we need to focus on as well?
Where?
Our amazing head of partnership, who covers other GCC locations as well.
Yes.
Saudi Arabia,
Wow.
Oman,
So EVA is an international brand.
Serbia. We have it all, quite literally.
Okay.
Have it all.
So
Which is then really important for people who are effectively working elsewhere, don't want to move to Dubai because they've got clients, etc. You know, they know their market. That partnership agreement is really, really important. And she would probably have told us off at the end of this webinar if we hadn't have mentioned GCC locations.
well, it's time. Let's go over to your questions and
Yes.
let's answer them live. Scott, can I do the honors?
You can. I mean, look, if you've got any questions, feel free now to put them
Guys,
in the live
we
chat.
have all eyes on the comment section. So if anyone has questions, we're ready to answer.
I'll act like I haven't just received that piece of paper. So yeah, look, put your questions in there. If there's anything specifically you want us to go back and sort of recover, I think is probably the right word. Yeah, there we are. Put it in the live section, and we will hopefully answer.
Scott, I would like
all
to
of this.
answer these questions for me, if you give me the honor.
Shall I ask you the question? Okay. How many or
How
how
much?
much are the top 1% brokers making in EVA?
Okay, I'm not gonna go specific in numbers, but I'm just gonna tell you one digit, 7 figures. The top 1% brokers of EVA are making about 7 figures.
Wow.
And well, 6 to 7 figures, it depends on the value
Where
of
is
the
it?
deal. Yeah.
Is this one where
Well,
fan
the top
ourselves
the
with
top
the money?
the
is
top
it?
EVA brokers
Just
make
fan ourselves with the money.
6 and 7 digits. We're not gonna go in values and stuff, but yes.
What are the opportunities for freshers as agents? I should probably answer that.
You should probably answer this.
Answer that. There's loads of opportunity. Effectively, if you are dedicated, hardworking, transferable skills, we will accept anyone joining the business. We have had people from a variety of different backgrounds, lawyers, bankers, hospitality, a number of different backgrounds, and they have done really well. They've done amazing, and been very, very successful. You've had a number of freshers that have joined the
Exactly.
business,
See,
and they are now closing deals on a
the thing
regular
about
basis.
Scott, what makes the real estate agent succeed in this market is like, even if they join as a fresher, they work hard to learn every day. You know the famous quote, every day, the more you learn, the more you earn. Well, it implies clearly to real estate. So the more
Would
they
you
learn,
like to know, and this is, so I joined as a fresher, how quickly I closed my first deal here in Dubai Real Estate?
well, the fastest you learn the aspects and
Well,
the
have a
laws.
guess.
2 months?
14 days.
Well,
Now, if I can do it in 14 days, anyone can do
watching
it.
this live, can
Anyone
do it.
watching this can do it, because I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't know the difference between the Burj Al Arab and the Burj Khalifa. One was a tall building, one was on an island. I had no clue which one it was. Questions. You have a number of them here.
Okay. You know what is the secret to succeed in real estate? Scott, do you want me to answer it?
Well, I'm sure you're going to tell us.
Okay. It's to never miss a day. And also sometimes you get lucky. You know, the people say that, in real estate you get lucky. So if you never miss a day, you don't want to miss a lucky day. So yeah, if everyone that's watching this, never miss a day if you're an agent. What are the main requirements for the position? I think we already
we've
covered that.
it. Yeah.
Will new agents be able to work in hybrid mode? No. Unfortunately, when you start working as an agent,
No.
you work full time. No, there is no hybrid, there is no part time. Real estate is your life.
Say
Okay.
it as you see it.
I mean,
No.
I'm cleaning everything out. It's not something you do part time, it becomes a part of your lifestyle.
Well, real estate is a 24/7.
24/7 job. It's
24/7.
not something like, you do it on the side or this. No, it
It's not
doesn't
a
work
side
like this.
hustle.
You need 100% focus to be able to succeed in this industry. So hybrid doesn't work. What
No.
developers are you mainly working with? Top developers, the top 10 developers, let's say like the names of Emar, Damak, Shoba, Dubai Properties, Nakhil, Miras, Dubai Holding, like all the top developers, this is what we are working and we are actively closing and winning awards with.
Yeah. Are we conducting international roadshows?
Yes, we are. And if you want to know more, you'll have to come to my office.
Stay tuned to find out more is basically where you're going with that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Do we venture into Airbnb?
Well, possibly. We're thinking about it. Maybe 6 months or a year down the line,
Yeah.
we might get into holiday homes and we might have everything in-house. It will be like one-stop shop for everyone.
Yeah. What's really important is before you start to do and venture into other things, is to make sure everything else is running really smoothly.
Exactly.
Because what you don't want to have is secondary off-plan, short-term, which is Airbnb basically, and all of them not be as effective as what they need to be.
Yeah.
So in time,
we
yes,
will.
Yes, we will. Keep these questions coming through, guys. There's been a number of really, really good questions, etc. If anyone wants to know anything about the recruitment process, etc., please, ask them questions, and we can answer them as best we can.
As best we
As
can.
best we can.
I think, Scott, your water's finished.
It's drying out, I think, is the best.
Yeah, I
thing.
think you need water.
It's drying out. Please provide us with the process of onboarding. Okay, great question. So onboarding is relatively straightforward. We will effectively, one of our talent and acquisition team will call you and sort of go through a little bit of a screening process over the phone. We will understand a little bit about your motivation, and we're talking on a fresher perspective here. What your motivations are to get into the real estate market, what your transferable skills are, and then what they will do based on that information is bring you in for a face-to-face interview. Now, that face-to-face interview will be conducted initially by the talent and acquisition specialist, and then following up on from that at the same time, well, not at the same time, but maybe sort of 30, 40 minutes after, you will have a second interview with myself and then the respective team leader that you would work under. If everyone is happy, you will then be brought forward to the onboarding. So if you are an experienced agent, that 24-hour, you can't leave the office, you've got to sleep here, that 24-hour onboarding.
Okay. Do we need an appointment or can we walk into your office? Well, this is a nice question. Me and Scott, we have a very, very busy schedule.
Yes.
So I think you can leave us, there will be a form where you can fill in your information and our team will contact you and we'll find the time, which is where we will be able to give you 100% of our time.
Yeah. The reason why we don't do initially walk-ins is because what we're trying to do is organize the calendar of the people who are going to take part in that particular interview. You've got a team to manage. There are developers that come here on a daily basis. We want to give you our full attention for that particular
So
appointment.
for the people that is watching, please scan the QR code that's on your screen to get more information on how you can contact us and get in touch with us, and our team will get back to you very fast. If you're on YouTube,
scan now.
If you're on LinkedIn, open YouTube.
Yeah. If you're on LinkedIn, go on YouTube and scan it. If you're on YouTube, scan it now, and we'll provide you everything.
And don't forget the first deal, 80%. I think this is the best promotion. And if you're watching on Instagram, please direct.
Yeah. Is that all the platforms?
I think
Is that everything? Are we on TikTok? Do
No.
we need to do a reel or anything like that? No. We're on YouTube. We're on LinkedIn. We're on Instagram.
I think we
We're
need to be
everywhere. And
yeah.
some of us might have profiles elsewhere. Any other questions, guys? Keep them coming in. Oh, here we are. We've had another question. I know hybrid is not considered by you guys as working, but appointments and networking is also important. Do you guys micromanage agents' time?
Can I answer this question?
You can answer it to the fullest of your ability.
Well, at EVA, before we bring you in, yes, there is a schedule, but we don't micromanage our agents. We give them a schedule, and again, they have targets on a monthly basis between 30 to 40K a month for fresher.
Yeah.
And we do a weekly review. It's not like you have to, be here on this time. Yes, discipline is we tell you to do these things, but it's for yourself. It's not for the company. It's for yourself to be disciplined, to be, working and to be showing up on time, because again, if you will show up to the office on time, then we can expect you to show up to the client on time. So we don't micromanage our agents. We give them the freedom and we look at where they lack and we help, but we don't micromanage.
Now, I know we're
networking is, I'm so sorry, Scott, to cut you, but networking is important, and I understand where this agent, you can feel free to do that. As long as you're working, you can feel free. I mean, networking is also part of working in real estate, right?
100%, and especially if you're in your location.
Yeah.
It's
So
vitally
because
important.
we have a location in CRM, we know where you are. So
Really, really important question we've just had come through, and I know we're conducting predominantly a secondary webinar here. Is it possible to work on both secondary and off-plan at the same time?
exactly. Well, I have a team of 25 people, and my team, what I tell my team to do is do both, because I can see the market is divided into two, secondary and off plan. But as an agent, as a real estate agent, why limit the opportunity to work on both sides? Yes, it's a lot of work. You have to be ultra focused. You have to cover both aspects, but you have 24 hours in a day, Scott. So if you plan and you manage your time effectively, yes, you can do your follow-ups for off plan second half of the day,
Yeah.
2 hours, 4 hours. Like if you want to work like 4 hours a day, you can start working 2 hours on your secondary stuff and two days, because you know of the compounding interest. Because every day you put in the work, you are getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you know agents feel like, oh, we're coming to the office every day and nothing is happening. Well, real estate doesn't reward immediately, but it's like a compound of interest that builds up over time. And also sometimes you get lucky, Scott. This is something, you know, all agents say that, you know, he got lucky.
Well, you make your own luck, don't you?
Well, you don't make your luck. You don't want to just miss a single day.
Well, you don't, but this is where, you know, us having them daily developer briefings in the office is really important.
Exactly.
You know, we give our agents the facility to work secondary and off plan. Because there are going to be times where you will get leads that will come through, and you don't want to not be able to handle that particular lead because, you know, they're an investor, they're looking at an off-plan project, etc. You need to know, you need to learn your craft, and you need to be the best.
Master your craft.
100%. Okay, next question we have is, so for off-plan, is the commission 70% too?
Yes. It's simple question. Yes. If it's personal client, if it's not sourced from the company, yes. If it's our client, then it's up to 70%.
And like I said previously, if you are part of this webinar and you close your deal with EVA, we will give you 80% on that first deal. Another question here.
I think I will answer it.
Answer it, I will ask it.
Please.
Will you be providing some listings as a starting point for new joiners?
Well, yes, we do have an EVA inventory. We have in-house listings that is already with us. Some are owned by, you know.
We will answer that. If you have any questions after it, we will be able to answer it through scanning that QR code, which we mentioned, and we will answer them the best of our ability. Hopefully, we will hear from a lot of you if you are interested in joining or finding out more information. But it's been a pleasure to host this, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think it's been very good. So I'm waiting for the last
Feedback.
question.
Yeah, last
Guys,
question.
feel free to
Ooh.
leave a feedback.
Last question. Is cold calling required?
No. Well, it is a skill for a real estate agents to have. We teach you about cold calling. We tell you the benefit, but there is no requirement for it. Yes, it is mentioned on your KPI, but it's not something that we require. If you are managed to get clients from networking or some other tactics, no, cold calling might not be required for you. But we teach you how to do cold calling. What's the best way to become a master communicator? I mean, I've done like 200 cold calls in my time, so here we are. Well, again, the numbers have to be higher because real estate is a numbers game. So the higher number of calls, listings, or, you know, viewings, offers, the higher commission you'll have in your bank account at the end of the day. So it's all about numbers game.
100%. Right.
All right, guys. I think it was pleasure.
Absolutely. Well, hopefully we'll be back again, unless...
I think we'll be back soon.
I think we'll be back again, unless we've not done a very good job of it. But no, we will be back. But no, thank you ever so much, everyone, for being part of this. Like I say, if you have any further questions, scan the QR code and we'll be able to answer them after this.